Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, how are you today? First of all, I'd like to thank you for the opportunity given to me. My name is Yayu. In this opportunity, I'd like to talk about hydroponic system. The purpose of my presentation is to introduce something that really know about hydroponic system so that everyone can understand more about hydroponic system. My presentation will take about 9 minutes and I have divided my talk into 4 points. First, I'd like to talk about what is a hydroponic system. Second is about various types of hydroponic system. Third is about how to use a hydroponic system. And finally, the benefits or advantages of a hydroponic system. If you have any question, I will be glad if you ask them at the end of my presentation. Let me start with the first point regarding what is a hydroponic system. The word hydroponics comes from Greek, namely hydro, which means water, and ponics, which means power or energy or labor. So planting with a hydroponic system means planting using water media or water labor. Hydroponics is also known as soilless culture or plant cultivation without using soil media. So hydroponics means cultivating plants that use water and without using soil as a planting medium or soilless. Now we look at the second point, which is about various types of hydroponic system. There are several types of hydroponic system that have been applied by developed and developing countries, good for a hobbyist or a business scale. Hydroponic system. It is a sophisticated hydroponic system and requires a fairly expensive investment. The way it works is that the nutrient solution from the reservoir is sprayed injection through a nasal spray in the form of a mist directly to the roots, so that the plant roots can more easily absorb the measured nutrient solution, ppm, and oxygen. By using a timer, the roots will always be sprayed periodically using a special nozzle for a certain duration to keep the plant roots wet. Drip irrigation system. Drip irrigation system is a hydroponic system that is often used today. The operating system is simple, namely by using a timer to control the work of the water pump. When the water pump is turned on, the pump drops nutrients into each plant. Irrigation water is given slowly in intermittent or continuous drops in the form of a thin stream or small spray. NFT, nutrient film technique. This technique is the most popular way in terms of hydroponics, usually applied to a business scale. This NFT system continuously circulates nutrients dissolved in water without using a timer for the pump for a minimum of 10 to 14 hours every day. This nutrient flow into the gully, a square-shaped container like a gutter, through the roots of the plant and then back to the water reservoir, and so on. DFT, deep flow technique. This technique is similar to NFT. In DFT, the thickness of nutrient water is 2 to 4 cm and there is no slope. So if a problem occurs until circulation stops, the plants are still safe because there is still a pool of 2 to 4 cm of nutrient water. In Indonesia, we usually use PVC pipes 2 to 4 inch because it is difficult to get gully. Ebb and flow system. It works by temporarily flooding the growth vessel with nutrients to a certain extent of water, then returning the nutrients to the reservoir and so on. This system requires a pump connected to a timer, or usually called the tidal system. Water will stagnate and wet the roots for a certain time, that is according to the needs of the plants and environmental conditions. Culture is a simple hydroponic system. In Indonesia, it is more popularly known as the floating roof system. The containers that hold the plants are usually made of styrofoam or something else and float directly on top of the nutrient liquid, assisted by an air pump aerator into the air stone, which creates bubble to supply additional oxygen to plant roots. Wick system. This is one of the simple hydroponic system and is usually used by beginners. This system is passive because there are no moving parts. Nutrients flow into the growth medium from the container using an intermediate like a wick, such as felt or something else. Next, we turn to the third point, namely how to plant using a hydroponic system. How to plant using a hydroponic system, of course, depends on which system we will choose. And planting with this hydroponic technique means that we grow crops by paying attention to meeting the nutritional needs of the plant in question, or in other terms, farming without soil but using water that contains the nutrient that plants need. The easiest and cheapest way of planting is to use the wick system. We can use various used materials such as mineral drink bottles, which is what we most often do, especially by beginners. The steps for planting with the wick system are: first, cut the used mineral water bottle with scissors. Second, make a hole using solder as a place to drain water if excess nutrients are also used as air cavities needed by plant roots. Third, make a few holes in the cap of the mineral water bottle and then strain it with a flannel cloth. This flannel cloth is used as a place to distribute nutritional water from the bottom of the bottle to the plant. Fourth, enter the plant seeds that are ready to be planted, usually already have at least 4 leaves. Fifth, fill hydroponic nutrition in the bottom of the aqua cut container. Sixth, if possible, adjust the water pH and ppm standards according to the type of plants. In this way, you can already plant using a hydroponic system. The last point is the benefits or advantages of the hydroponic system. The advantages of the hydroponic system include: first, use of land more efficiently. Second, plants produce without using the soil. Third, the quantity and quality of production are higher and cleaner. Fourth, the use of fertilizers and water is more efficient. Fifth, easier control of pests and diseases. The conclusion of my material this time is: it can be seen that hydroponics is the cultivation of plants that use water and without using soil as a planting medium. The types of hydroponics are aeroponic system, drip irrigation, NFT, DFT, ebb and flow system, water culture, and wake system. There is also a way to plant using the simple hydroponic system, namely by using a wick system where we can use various used materials such as mineral drink bottles for planting. Then there are also advantages to this hydroponic system, one of which is a more efficient use of land and easier control of pests and diseases. I have already finished my presentation, and if you have any question, I will be glad to answer them. This is the end of my presentation. Thank you very much for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.